Sabenya Kamala Mishlamamat. Listen. Hey, I know you were prepared for it. I'm switching up. I know you thought you had me pinned down, but you didn't. Hey, listen, family. I missed y'all all the week. I can't lie to you. It felt a little, there was an open hole in my heart. But guys, we back with it, guys. We got some slappers, got some bang information. As everybody knows, our AMC is rising up above some key levels. We saw a little dip at that close, but here we are in after hours, rising back up again. Everything is correlated with what we were talking about last week when we ran out of shares. We still are out of shares, but it's good to see there's some correlation things going on. We got some tight news going on with our threshold. Those that follow Tesla and are seeing the dip right now, I'm going to give you a little information on what's going on with that, and also key level supports and how I, again, what my analysis is on the price movement as of right now. But let's cue that wind effect. Bring it in. Bring it in. See, I ain't ready. Listen, I'm just shocking you left and right. You think you know what's coming, don't you? You will never know what's coming. Bring it in, folks. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Let's get down to it. We got it up here with a clip here with our favorite redhead Liz, talking about the incoming spot Bitcoin ETFs, guys. If you're not invested in crypto, you're playing with yourself. You're playing with your money. You're playing with your future. This is not the same as our meta world conversion. This thing is highly real, and most of those that invested are already hip and understanding what's going on with it. But I'm just gonna keep bringing that information back to family. Like, hey, y'all see my standpoint. One, I'm massive heavy on tech, but also in that tech sector, I'm looking for the future as far as currency, because we know this dollar is not going to be standard. It's not going to hold forever. Does that mean we're going to have a loss of power? I don't just think that there'll be a massive loss of U.S. power, but there is going to be a shift in money. Y'all go back and look at how the all major shifts, when they switch from gold, shillings to dollars, etc., of how these dynamics occur and how they slowly bring things in the background. Everything that was forbidden somehow becomes legal and then becomes the main source, isn't it? Y'all should just tap in on that. But let's get down to it. Yeah. All right. Let's get it again. Let's tap down into it. Yeah.
Sunday is the deadline for the Securities and Exchange Commission to make a monumental decision whether to finally give in and approve an application for a spot Bitcoin ETF. This one from Kathy Wood's ARK Invest. Now, ARK is one of 9 open applications with the SEC for a spot Bitcoin ETF.
And I just want everybody to see these are everybody that has put in to have a spot ETF. Now, I want y'all to look at these names up here. ARK Invest with Kathy Woods, Bitwise, BlackRock. Let me not say that too loud. Fidelity, Galaxy, Global, Valkyrie, Van Eek. I've never heard of them. And Wisdom Tree. But I do know that all these names right here are massive names in the market, especially these 3 right here. Everybody knows these very well. One of these being an ETF, the other 2, one being a massive bank, the other being the ruler of the world. All right, let's get it.
If you count Grayscale, which is currently fighting the SEC in court after it denied its application to turn Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF, then that makes it 10. Grayscale believes its ETF has been ready. In fact, is the most prepared for a launch out of the entire bunch.
Now, while people are sitting back there arguing whether crypto is real, I call people ham and eggers. Ham and egger not being a term just be blatantly malicious, but there are some people that wake up each and every single day and are at the woe of the economy and the government. They don't have any plan. They're not planning for the future. They don't have an outlook of what's coming. Like, we're all sitting in here and we're buzzing around, eating up all the knowledge, kind of being prepared for. We have some people that will never be prepared for. Some people that don't know that why the eggs are rising, haven't really noticed much of that price of eggs are rising, don't know about the economy's instability. Those are what we call ham and eggs. Once you wake up, oh, let me get my breakfast, go to work, or let me lay down, oh, let me get my breakfast. That's what I call a ham and egger. But look at how these companies have things rolling in the background. Same with how these crypto is rolling in the background. And those that are invested in all the news we're bringing, you're seeing them actively moving, setting up 4,500 ATMs that take XRP. These things happen up under the crowd, up under the nose of the masses. Look at how these guys are prepared for this.
Well, joining me now, Grayscale CEO Michael Sonnenshein in a Fox Business exclusive. Well, I mean, what is the latest on your case with the SEC?
It's giving robot.
We're eagerly awaiting a decision. For those that don't know, the SEC rejected our application to convert GBTC to an ETF last summer. We immediately filed litigation against the SEC, and we've been guided to believe a decision from the court could come by the fall at the latest.
Okay, it's kind of ridiculous for us to even say we may know by Sunday whether they approve ARCs, because they only have to make clear on Sunday they could either accept it or they could approve it or reject it, or they just kick it down the road for several hundred days, right?
Indeed.
Which is what they've been dodoing.
Yeah, so the SEC now has a track record of either continue.
And guys, understand that all of this is going to come to fruition, but like Ms. Elias just explained right there, this is all a kicking down the road. The same with how XRP magically beats the court case at the same time that CBDCs are rolling out and all that. The government is getting this all time so they can move in and be at the same spot as far as control over it as they do with the dollar. That's why we're trying to have regulation over stable coins, things like that, which I'm not against. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the type of person where I believe for the crypto markets to be something real, there's going to have to be some regulations. We're not getting safe moon. There's got to be some type of code or of conduct as far as why I can't just make a branding coin and we run it up to, $1 and then, flash sell it out and ruin people. So I'm on the side of having regulation, but again, what I don't want is a centralization of coins. I want there to be a regulation, a standard for how it is with stock. We have to go and apply and meet certain criteria, but I'm not trying to have it to where there's just the USD coin or something like that.
Continuing to deny these applications, and along the way have kicked the can down the road and asked for more time to review them, ultimately getting to the end of that 240-day timeline and rejecting each of the spot Bitcoin applications.
Michael, what's different about yours that you feel this should be the one that you look at and finally approve?
Well, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is the largest Bitcoin fund in the world. It's paved the way for all these other applicants to bring their products to market, disclosures, operations, etc. And there's almost 1 million American investors who buy and sell GBTC every single day. And when I think about the process that the SEC should be undertaking here, it's really not to pick winners and losers. It's to ensure that all the right disclosures are put out there for investors. We actually believe they should be approving all of the spot Bitcoin ETF applications at once. These should all have the opportunity to come to market at once. And we've been ready for a world in which there are multiple spot Bitcoin products, the way there are multiple Bitcoin futures products on the market.
If you had to guess and get inside SEC Chair Gary Gensler's mind, he used to.
Well, if you were to get inside of their list, you would just have to be paid a certain amount of money. I'm just giving my own honest opinion here. AMC's been on the Threshold List for quite a while now. Just leaving that on the table there for you.
Teach a class on Bitcoin at MIT. He understands
this
stuff.
We're just getting the right check right up for him.
What is in his mind that he is outright rejecting all of these? I mean, there is that point where his job is to protect investors, but from what? Themselves?
I'm not a guessing man. I have too many investors depending on me, so I can only point to what I see in SEC filings, and that's that they do not believe that there's sufficient surveillance over the underlying Bitcoin market. But if you take a step back, when the SEC approved Bitcoin futures ETF applications, they actually said they have enough surveillance over Bitcoin because of the inextricable tie between the Bitcoin futures that trade on the CME group and the underlying Bitcoin market, right? And now we really believe and take the view that the SEC already has the tools to approve, spot Bitcoin ETFs like GBTC and others.
BlackRock.
And understand, guys, there's more. They have more than enough ability to have this thing kicked off as far as even regulations for cryptos. That's why when they were going after XRP and Coinbase, trying to say Coinbase is selling what is it called? The word's slipping my mind, but basically they're selling illegal assets, unregistered securities. They have the ability to tell these securities. So this is all, like I said, something to stall the process of what's inevitably going to happen.
I mean, BlackRock,
they need to catch up. They need to get ready.
About BlackRock. In fact, Bitcoin topped 30,000 when BlackRock filed its application, then had to refile and mention who its surveillance company would be. I believe they mentioned Coinbase. But who are you mentioning as your surveillance?
Well, so let's talk about surveillance sharing for just 1 second, right? So surveillance sharing is actually not from the issuer, not from Grayscale, not from BlackRock. It's between Coinbase and then the exchange where the ETF is going to trade, NASDAQ, NYSE. And it just lets them share information about trading in the underlying spot market. Now, Liz, this is a nice to have. This is not a need to have because the SEC already has that surveillance based on the Bitcoin futures.
It was a need to have because BlackRock came back with it and checked that box after they realized maybe not.
Well, I think if you really take a step back and examine what this actually buys us, the information is already there.
You guys have filed a lawsuit. It seems like many companies are now emboldened to hold on and fight City Hall, the SEC. Coinbase is fighting. Binance is fighting. And then, of course, Ripple has been fighting for many, many months. In fact, more than 2 years, I believe. Judge Torres's decision in the Ripple case was seen as...
Let's take a pause. Continue, Liz. I just got to pay my due deserve, baby.
Industry.
That's my thought on my yacht money right there.
On one of the levels, she had stated that
that's me and you, Miss Liz.
Exchanges are not securities, and therefore they could go forward. Judge Rakoff in the Terraform Labs, I know we're getting into some detail here, but Judge Rakoff has now said that he disagrees with Judge Torres' position and that cryptocurrency...
I want everybody to catch, whilst the price is sitting at 60 cents, realize where we're at as far as how this money is inclining now. Don't be lulled into a false sense of thinking that things are falling. Same with these stocks that we're going to go over. The time is now to be buying up and low, because once it eclipses past that $1.50 range, y'all might as well call it good as ghost, because you're not going to be able to keep up with buying and you're going to be priced out.
These can be considered securities, regardless of how they are sold. Which one is right?
Liz, if every crypto issue needs to go to a court of law, then as a country, we're squashing the innovation taking place here. When I look at these decisions and the movement forward that's happened as a result of them in the crypto industry, it's actually been quite encouraging, particularly around the Ripple case. But we've been spending a ton of time in D.C., and there's actually now legislation that has bipartisan support. It's moving off of committee, and a lot of this legislation that this Congress could very well pass could give the industry the actual clarity it needs to move forward in a way that embraces crypto.
And that includes fighting for what you believe, even if it means that on any given day, there's a so-called halving of halving of Bitcoin, or things that a lot of people don't understand that could affect their money.
Well, I think the biggest things that are in front of legislators right now are really the definition of crypto commodity versus crypto security, regulation of stable coins. Adding further clarity to this would ensure that companies and people working on...
And this is the keynote of how I know that it's kicking down the road. This is the same thing I just mentioned. They have the ability to clarify what the difference is, but in this, you can kick a can down the road, because you can, just like XRP, the whole debacle, which I was screaming, was it's not a security off the simple fact that Ripple is a means of transaction. Now, it transacts securities, right? Like, I could be selling my left arm in XRP, right? You could be selling thongs in XRP, but it's still the means of how you're selling it. XRP is the transaction base. So you can't clip and be like, oh, well, hey, that right there is tied to real estate. It's still not XRP. That's not what Ripple does. It's just how Ripple moves. That's what the point of it is. So that's why they're trying to sit there and they can do this. Oh, is it a security? Everybody knows these are not securities. They're held completely different. The way that they work or commingle is completely different from securities, and exactly why there needs to be a separate type of protocol to how you certify these or make these all legitimate. You've got a process with the stock exchange. You have to have XYZ amount of clientele or this amount of money, things like that. You need to have the same due process with crypto. That's what the simple fact of the matter is. And the SEC already has that process shaped out, but they're not going to drop that down until government is ready to drop on in.
Crypto don't leave the U.S. because our regulatory environment is hostile towards the asset class, but instead embraces it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Ripple right now. It's trading around 60 cents, I believe. XRP, my bad. XRP is around that. And then we look at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is trading around 29,000. It's great to have you. We like to follow up, and we like to continue talking about this story. So, Michael, thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Sonnenshein.
Woo, much love, baby. We always like to see our little cougar in the background, Liz. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not really here playing games with you, baby. We on the way. All right, guys, listen, let's double tap in, try to get this knocked out quick. Got a little interesting video for us to close out with. And of course, y'all know I'm gonna send y'all out with some DJ Brandon. But putting on in our charts, guys. Immaculate day. We had a close at 512, hit a high of $5.28. Everything correlating. Now, y'all noticed on since the third, which we talked about when they ran out, you've seen this constant uptrend. I'm personally believing that backs are against the wall. Everything's correlating now because we're having a rise of short interest. We're having a rise, which I think that we are either holding all-time high, have a new all-time high. We're about to go over that on the threshold list. Cost of borrow is rising while price is rising. Now we're having that whole thing. The Avengers are all together. And what this means to me is that we're going to have further upward price movement. Looking at our charts, I've always said that 515 level is a key level as far as us knowing how we're going to do this ascension, this climb. So we are coming through. I was watching all through and waiting, before I shot my video. I saw us coming. We dipped down below that and came down to somewhere about 509 again. But now, guys, look at the curl back up again. They're tapped. Stock rises right back up again. We're sitting at 516, 517 level, which again is higher than where we closed at, about going to 76 basis points, about 100 basis points, guys. But us holding up against that 515 level is very bullish as far as our next moves up towards. What are we looking up here? What I got marked out? That 537 obviously is we almost hit 530 today, but all I'm looking for is for us to continue to hold this through these after hours, and then I want to see a continuation of this tomorrow above that 515. Just keep that keynote in your head. Stand above that 515 is bullish. Again, stand above 5 is slightly bullish, but that's not something where I'm like, oh yeah. But I know that 515 is a move up towards where our next resistance levels are. So like I said, guys, we got some zestiness rolling on with that. Double tapping in, guys, still sitting up there with that big goose egg. 0 shares later, vol. They're scrapping for dear life down here. As you can see, they're tapping. 1,000 shares, 25,000, 70,000. They're back in that same component again. We say, hey, guys, where can they run to? There is no. Before there was a point where they're like, all right, we just got to hold out till we get this conversion. The conversion is holding to further notice. We don't know when that date's going to come in, and neither do they. And this is what all I needed from Judge Zern, baby. I love you again. This how I don't even need you necessarily to say no conversion. Now, if you said that, this thing's about to set off like wildfire. But even a hope was what I was asking for. The time decay on this is what I'm trying to play. I want to play, hey, you got XYZ failed delivers. What, 40, 50, 60 million plus and growing failed delivers. I want that burning on the background. I want these high cost of borrows burning in the background. How long can you hold with this blatant fraud in front of them, right? Pulling through, looking at the NYS Threshold Securities List, guys. This is coming in from Friday. Obviously, as you know, they'll report today's tomorrow, but I'm thinking that I think I saw somewhere there was confirmation already that it is on there. So people are already counting this, guys. This marks day 30 on the Threshold Security List. This is fraud, baby. Guys, we bask in fraud each and every single day. Hey, Gary Gensler. Oh, Gary Gensler. Are you going to step up, brother? No, I know you're not coming because, hey, you should have did that 15 days ago. But more than less, this is completely apparent. Everybody's eyes are on this, and this is all in the background cooking, and you've got to understand that Judge Zern has got to be seeing this. Now, hopefully, people that are raising these lawsuits are sending these emails in to the Judge Zern. I'm personally not sending them in to Judge Zern just because I see, hey, she's going to have to make a decision off this just because we're sending this to a special master that's not really approving of anything we're saying, but still Judge Zern denied and halted this. So she's seeing something. Something's going on in the background as far as her getting this news still, or maybe this stuff is still being presented to her, and the special master just gives a recommendation, but the judge still is aware of what's going on, which I think is what's occurring here. Pulling on through, double tapping in, guys, looking at that beautiful. Where are we at? Where's my... Oh, this is ape short interest. Hold on. Yeah. Guys, pulling on down. Shorters actually, this number actually is lower than what the reported short interest was. We're sitting at 29.51, but I've got report. Oh, no, here we go. All right. I knew. Sitting at 30.1 short interest. I believe that we were at 30% on Friday. So I think that we're still rising up a 0.1%. So I think this is still marking a new all-time high, but still a number that I'm emboldened by. Sitting at 30% short interest. Free float on loan percentage is 37.4, which is marking 193.48 million. Again, all out of the math of a retail owning 80% if there's 200 million shares that are on loan of 500 million. Keep it in mind. And then institutions are also holding 100-some million shares reportedly. Now, guys, everybody knows what's going on here. They've been creating fake cookies all day long and all month long, all year long. But it's just great to see everything kind of correlating. Cost of borrow percentage sitting at 249%, 250%, which means it's still rising. Utilization sitting at 81.57%, which is still massively high utilization. I'm looking for that utilization number to even pull up to where it should be, which is at 100%, because they're sitting 100% in this well, actually, at this point, I believe that we're seeing a little bit more of this buying power coming through as they're having to alleviate some of this pressure by allowing some of this price move to go on to have some people sell. But there's still 100% of this utilization going on, and it's sending the mass majority of our buy orders to the dark pool. Everybody's aware of this. This is anything new that we've been for those that are elder to this, but for those that are new, we're going to keep explaining so everybody's caught up on this. Short interest score sitting at 93.22, guys. The thing's ready to bust, or the thing's ready to bust. Like I said, pause. Keep it down there. But like I said, we all are seeing this thing play out. I'm looking forward. We've got tomorrow being the earnings report for AMC. I want to see how this is played out with Adam Aaron, which apparently wants to come out and keep talking about bankruptcy, while at the same time box office numbers are smashing. You're getting reports from Cinemark giving a whole different disclosure, which was in bankruptcy, while the number one in the sector, yeah, we're up 70%, bankruptcy. Hey, brother, how about you just shut up, right? Because if the price of the stock is rising, the company's getting more money. Right? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the idea is that you just shoot out your own foot, but everybody knows we're dealing with a rogue here. We will not say his name again. Put it on through. Those that are correlating, holding on to these big banger companies, as we say, the greatest generational wealth transfer is underway. You need to be holding on to those. Again, not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing, what I recommend to those that are trying to have a couple Thots, a couple Yachts, a couple big bodies of Cybertrucks in the backyard. Listen, Tesla, Nvidia, Microsoft, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Apple, Big Baby Apple, Netflix, Amazon, Intel, Path. Guys, these are slappers. But putting on through, everybody must know what you should understand with the stock market is that there's going to be ups and downs of it. What is our up and down? Our recent news. Tesla faces a major setback as the CFO, Chief Finance Officer Zachary Kirkhorn resigns, unexpected spark of rumors of internal conflicts. Kirkhorn was instrumental in Tesla's finance success and growth, and his departure will leave a big gap in the company. Now, guys, this has happened a couple of times, basically 2 or 3 times, where the stock response has a 5 to 10% sell-off every time a CFO leaves. People thought that he would be a great candidate as far as following up as a CEO of Tesla, not the owner. Obviously, everybody knows Elon owns Tesla, but people thought that he would be a great follow-up just because of what he is. But like I said, there's a certain thing of being at this high level. Like I said, y'all understand when accounting and numbers like that, there's a thing that happens with, I believe that Meet Kevin spoke on it, where he personally believes it's just burnout. There's no massive, I don't think there's a massive fight or squabble that was going internally. And like I said, this is a short-term thing and a long-term perspective. This is not going to stop Tesla. In Elon Musk's big head self, we trust. Like I said, there's going to be a replacement. There'll be a new soldier to fall in line with that spot. The company is just 2 bullets. It's 2 bricks. But that's just an explanation for what's going on for those that saw the big dip. You're like, what happened? I think we touched on what it said, $240. Key thing that I was looking out for, because I was, like I said, that 250 level is and like I said, to be more specific, a 247, but we're going to keep it clean for 250 for everybody to understand. 250 and above is very bullish, and us holding that support is a very bullish sign. When I saw that dip, I just wanted to sit down and see how this was going to play out, but like everybody saw, y'all see that pop back up above that 250. We're sitting up here at 251.70, which is where we need to be. Everything above that 250 range is very bullish. I'm looking for us to see how we're going to hold out and stabilize this. Us, again, stabilizing this 250 range is a very key indicator that Tesla is preparing for another leg up. They're hitting with a lot of FUD. We're taking FUD and FUD and FUD and FUD and FUD. Still, mind you now, the stock started off at $115 at the beginning of the year. We're at $250. vastly above where you were if you had been buying in dollar cost averaging and not trying to time the market. But like I said, heavy in Tesla, a heavy optimist in the future of Tesla as everybody's seeing things. The move to EV is not something that's going to slow, stop, or halt. So, like I said, bang, hey, y'all do what y'all want with y'all's fun tickets with your money. But I'm telling you like this right here is going to get you a pretty nice little movie theater in your downstairs there. For all the guys down there, man cave can go crazy. I'm just telling you, take a look at these investments. This is banger company action. Put it on through. Ripple XRP, P. Guys, we're just pulling back through again with some numbers so people can understand. Just based off the pure facts, and these are small scale numbers, right, of what the price of XRP can be and why I'm so sincere on the fact of one, you should be picking up XRP, and then also storage. Everybody's coming around. I saw another Lou video and another person talking. I forgot who else that was. It was coming out there talking about Ballot Wallet. I've been on the Ballot Wallet. I don't get me wrong. I like Ledger Nano X, but again, my whole proponent when I went and bought the Ballot Wallet, not only was it $30, but I said, hey, this is the physical. What the Ballot Wallet is, a metal card, a fireproof. It's literally metal. You can get one in gold plated going for $100. We can buy for I think $35. Y'all use my discount in the description. Click the link. Use the promo code SOMAMON. I got that down there. You get 5% off. That'll give you a $30 Ballot Wallet. But it's a metal card, which one gives it the fire resistance. But then two, the card is offline. There's no access to it, right, until you use it on the ballot website and bring the passphrase that is on the card and then your address, which is also on the card, together, and you put those in together. That officially brings the card online. But up until that point, it's still in an offline state. But you can do your transactions. Like, for instance, I go on, buy my XRP from Uphold, put my address in for my code for my Ballot Wallet, and it sends my Ballot Wallet. It just can't be pulled off of the Ballot Wallet, right? But on my phone, I can sit up there and see the price, how many coins I'm holding. All the cards that you get can be listed and filed on your phone, right? So like I can pull up on my phone like, oh look, hey, here's this card. This has XYZ. Here's this card, and of course this slides in the wallet and it brings it all together, which a proponent of what Lou was speaking about. I have a lot of them stacked up on one card, but now I got two more on the way in to where I'm going to break these down now to where I'm going to segment and build up another 500 on each one of these cards. Because at this point, going off to, let's say somewhere else, if we don't know what the terrain will be as far as pulling money back off of the card, or if it'll be hostile, or how IRS is going to deal with, hey, you pop up with $5-10 million out anywhere. But those places like Dubai, UK, London, Singapore, that are crypto hubs now, that are basically brandishing the name of being the crypto place to go if you're a crypto finance person. You can take that card over those 500 coins. You have to take all your coins, go over there, cash that out, right? Or you can cash out a portion. You can have it in the hundreds on the card, right? I got 250 here, 250 here. But that'll allow you to have a certain amount that you can go off, bring cash in, and then do what you do. Of course, the name of the game, as soon as you turn the cash, turn the asset. I've had a game plan, and everybody should have this in the back of your head about going in and buying your real estate or what you're going to do with your money. But if your idea is to just go and cash out and just hold this paper, fiat cash, you're almost defeating the whole point of what we're doing here. But like I said, each person has their own way of dressing. I can't knock you. The fact that you're investing into cryptos and investing in assets, you already get my salute, because that evolves you and graduates you from being a ham and egger to being the ham. You hear me? Hey, come on now. But let's pull on down with XRP and get this over, and then we get this little clip to finish off with here. Based on search results, it is difficult to provide an accurate answer to the question. However, and the question was, how much can XRP go, or what the price will be? We can make some assumptions and use current market cap of XRP to estimate its price if it were to process just 10% of the derivatives market. Let's say that they're only processing 10% of these transactions, which is going to be a way higher utilization. But we're using a small, very what's the word? I can't think the words to mind, but it's not out of the question. It's not crazy. It's not absurd. This is a very small, minute number of this, but 10% of the derivatives market. As of August 4th, 2023, the current market cap of XRP is 34.90 billion USD. Assuming that XRP processes 10% of the derivatives market, which is estimated to be over 1 quadrillion quadrillion, in national value, we can calculate the following. 10% of 1 quadrillion is 100 trillion. If XRP processes 100 trillion and its current market cap is 34.90 billion, then the market cap of XRP would need to increase by approximately 2,865 times. Using the current price of XRP, which is 66, it's a little bit because I think we're sitting at 61, but y'all get the number, 66 cents USD, we can estimate that the potential price of XRP, if it were to process 10% of the derivatives market, here's the math here, quick math, 66%. Y'all see the numbers down in decimals. USD times 2,865 would equal a price of 1,896, the Ethereum killer USD. Therefore, if Ripple were to process 10% of the derivatives market, with its current market cap, its price could potentially increase to 1,800, almost 1,900 USD. However, it's important to note that this is a rough estimate, and there are many factors that could affect the price of XRP, including market volatility and changes of competition. However, I would like to note, you give me 1,000, it's over with. You give me 1,000. Like I said, I'm already have my 500 ready. You give me 1,000. Okay, hey, listen, I'm gonna make the thing do what the thing do. You talking about, oh, this is a rough estimate. Yeah, hey, that's what I want. Hey, that's good enough. That's good enough. Yeah, I can yacht it up there. Hey, we can turn this whole thing upside down off of that. Like I said, 2,000 a price. Everybody look at it. Same with the Tesla guys. There was price prediction Tesla being 1,500, right? But of course, Tesla already ran up to 1,000, 1,200. But I just want everybody to keep in comparison. Don't look at right now. Look at the future. You have to keep this is what investments are, guys. Because when it leaves off, I don't want any of my family, anybody in the money mafia being like, damn, I didn't even throw $100 at it. Even now, $100 is life-changing money at 1,000 per coin. And plus, and as I expect, it's going to go further on, which is why I'm going to have a bulk of it sitting on a card, which, when the time comes, there'll be talks of how, what do they call it? Using things like Bitstamp where you're getting interest on it, or you can take it to a bank and allow them to, hold the coins and the assets and then pay you a monthly or yearly or quarterly dividend or amount of money off of it. But that's, like I said, down the line. Right now, I'm too tight gripped on my XRP to be talking about anybody holding it. And like I said, that's the whole component of why I feel comfortable. I'm actually holding the cash on me. And if you want to come get this cash, you're going to have a problem coming up in here. But nonetheless, let's double tap on them. But like I said, everybody keep this in mind. Don't be a ham and egg, all right? You want to be the ham. We talking about Thots and Yachts. We talking about Tesla Cybertruck. You drive them day to day, each day to work. Those holding XRP. When you see that Porsche 911, I want you to let your window down and clap for the brother. Tell him, hey, I'm next. I'm coming soon. I'll be next to you in the club. Like I said, guys, this is not as far out as you think. Put it on through. Just so we can get a component of how quickly things are changing. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm no fan of this, but like I said, this is coming. She's over here happy about it. Put it on through.
I'm at Whole Foods and I'm about to pay for my groceries with my That's the coolest thing ever. I'm at Whole Foods and I'm about to pay for my
let's get that one more time. Now, there's a lot of speculation of exactly what this is. Everybody knows that you can have that chip installed. I believe that this woman has either had this chip installed. I'm hoping that this is not some type of fingerprint reading technology that they already bring it through. But I want everybody to notice, does anybody see the cashiers in the Whole Food? Okay, hey, you might want to invest in AI and EV and all these things that are coming. Like I said, this proponent of moving to crypto was not going to be a drastic move, guys. We're already clipped to the point of being, nobody brings out cash anymore. You dig? Or even off your phone. Oh, yeah, dig. All right, we're moving a little bit. Again, I don't think, I'm not going to say I don't think. I know I'm never going to be one of the people where I'm going to have a chip in my hand or anything like that. But look at how happy she is by the fact of that. You've got a device in your hand that somehow is attached to your bank account. Mind-boggling me.
That's the coolest thing ever.
All right, hey, look at how easy it is. And y'all think it's going to be a hard thing for them to convince, oh, yeah, listen, we're moving to crypto. Hey, guys, especially with the new generation coming in. What are these Gen Alpha? Over with. You better stack the change, put your pennies where they need to be, guys. The time is now to be invested in these banger companies, banger stocks, so you can be up and above the storm. I'm not going to be that way with the crowds having to be pushed. Oh, we have to do this now. Oh, no. I'm going to be up there. I'm going to be up there. I'm going to be like, hey, listen, you said y'all doing what? Okay, yeah. Please don't make me have to leave. Because I can, and I will. But the key proponent of the whole thing is this. The greatest generational wealth transfer is underway. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, HBAR, XLM, XDC, which is, that's the government's version of it. I'm way more big of an XRP person. I pick up a little bit of these coins. I even got a little bit of SHIB again now. I'm not recommending those. Everybody's got to understand between stable coins and then shit coins. You don't want to play. You go 1,000%. Oh yeah, you throw $200 at it or $100 at something like that. But with XDCs and XLMs, throw your little $400, $500, build that up, $20, $30 here, $40 here, and that's how I buy my XRP. I'm not going in. And now my shares have, or not my shares, my coins have built up, but that's because, I take $50, $100 after, every 2 weeks, boom, drop that in there as an investment myself, but also it's a investment into my family, my future, life-changing money, guys. This is something that's just bigger than us. This is bigger than just you. This is life-changing, family-changing, wife-changing money, guys. We talking about Thots. You don't want a Rihanna? You don't want a Rihanna? A little bit smaller forehead, but you don't want a Rihanna? That's what I'm getting. I'm getting me a couple Rihannas. Smaller forehead, as I mentioned. But, hey, y'all hold it down. I'm going to hit y'all with a banger. Y'all already know how DJ Brandon comes in on them Ricky ones and twos. God, listen, that was sad. I will never do that again. But y'all hold it down. You already know what's next, don't you? Yes, sir.